Kia ora, guys, gals, and Legionnaires. Rycon here, and welcome to the Town Hall. I trust that you can all hear and see me okay. We never know if it's going to actually work here in Sovngarde. You know, reception isn't always what it should be. But I believe we're okay. I believe that you can hear me, which is great. It's a fantastic start. Good things. Good things. It's good to see you all here. If you've never been to a town hall before, it's essentially a end or a start of the month wrap up. Usually it takes place closer to the first. I had to move it to this weekend just to get around a few little scheduling things, but we are here. It's a chance for us to sit down, hang out, talk about things that are happening on the channel, for you to ask me questions and for me to respond as best I can. Now, I was originally wearing this scarf this morning because beneath here I have a green shirt on that, as you can see, it's the void beneath here. So I was trying to avoid showing off my void. But now it's actually just really nice and warm, so I don't want to take it off. So there we go. There we go. That's probably a good idea, Pringles. It probably is a good idea because, yeah, I tend to like to have the town hall fall in the weekend, and the weekend for the world. So I usually try and do it on a Sunday here in New Zealand, which means it'll be a Saturday elsewhere. So it means that there's a good chance that the majority of people will be able to make it. That's at least what I'm trying to achieve. Just going to shuffle things around here a little bit. Yes, the void does make YouTube very angry. They got a lot of anti-void policies. So there you go. So, it's been an interesting month. We've had, you know, a lot of things on and off again as we have been making our way through it. I had an interesting start to the month. I had a severe amount of pain at the very, very start of the month where I couldn't sleep and I was just having to take a ton of different painkillers to try and get rid of pain. I essentially had it felt almost like a lightning bolt running up from my cheekbone into my brain. Turns out one of my wisdom teeth just really needed to come out, and I got rid of it. And I got rid of it really, surprisingly, it was super freaking easy. I was kind of mildly concerned about it because I've had my parents have their wisdom teeth out before and it's been, you know, quite an ordeal. Luckily, it wasn't as much of a problem with me. They just got it on out of there. It's a gnarly looking thing, and well, yeah, it's gone, and I recovered pretty quickly. I'm happy with that. So that did upset things at the start of the month, but I was still able to work out and get a brand new series on the channel, one that I'm super happy with. Nananu, thank you very much for the super chat. We'll see if Janet's up and about.
Nanania and Buster are present and ready for a great time. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I am feeling good. I am indeed. I'm actually just gonna knock down that background music just ever so slightly. You're lucky, Pringles. You're lucky. You might just have a roomy mouth. That's a good thing, and it's a strange thing for me to say, but there you go. Erlen, that's rough, but I almost think that's the way to do it. Yeah, I mean, if you can afford to do them all at the same time, if you got the health insurance for it, then yeah, it can be worth it. Because then, hey, you're done. You're done. You don't have to worry about it. But there you go. Yeah. Did they? No. Well, yes and no. It was just like a local, so it wasn't like a general. But it was so quick. It was so much more painless than I thought it was going to be. Well, I mean, there was pain, but it was just so fast. Like, I went in there. Dentist was super nice. She said, yeah, we were just going to take it out, and I wasn't prepared for that. I thought, okay, I thought this was just going to be a checkup. I thought I'd have to reschedule, but they just did it super quick. She just used a whole heap of strength, got in there, and with a few whacks to one side and then the other, and then just tore it out. Ascend Death, thank you very much for the super chat. Yeah, just numbing. Yeah. I can imagine if it was really bad, they might look at doing that, but, yeah. Asher, you never know. You never know when it's going to happen, right? It can just There you go. Yeah. It's one of those, they're just one of those infuriating things. If you can get away with them, it's great. If they're a nuisance, they can become a major nuisance. I've never quite felt pain like that before. The only time I've felt pain like that before was when I was I would have been in my teens, so I would have been about 12 or 13 years old. I was flying to Melbourne, I think. And just as I started descending from the clouds, I started feeling pressure building up actually underneath one of my teeth. I think it was one down the bottom here. So I felt like there was a pocket of air that was trying to escape from underneath my tooth. And so obviously you have your nerves right beneath the tooth. So this air pocket was pressing right down on that nerve. And then what made it worse was that as the plane descended more, this little air pocket or whatever it was moved from being in my jaw to crackling all the way up my sinuses. So I felt it. I felt like this pressure moving up my sinuses, an extraordinary pain. And then it sat behind my eye, and here's me, like 12 or 13 years old. I thought my eye was going to pop out my head because the pressure was that strong. And after that, I pretty much told my mum, I'm like, I'm just going to live in Australia now. I can't go back to New Zealand. I'm going to have to get a boat because I can't do that again. So that I can kind of imagine is like a small fraction of what giving birth is like. So yeah, props to mums. I would not want to ever go through that again. So yeah, that was cool. That's my cool pain story. So there you go. That's a thing. Alex, I agree. Jake has been missed a lot in Zealand. Just wait to see where the rest of this chapter goes. If last session was anything to go by, just wait and see where we go. Oh wow, I can never predict what's going to happen with Zealand, and that's what I love. Like and especially some of you who have seen the episode so far will be looking at the episode name, the chapter name, going eye for an eye. I don't quite understand it yet, and it's because I give those names at the start of the chapter because I'm like, okay, well here's where I can kind of see things going. That's why there was one in the last season that was called Lifeless Tide, and kind of the Lifeless Tide event happened the chapter afterwards. So sometimes things don't quite line up. Maybe I should just give chapter names after we've done the session. That might be better, but I kind of like teasing and putting fear into the players, so there's that as well. Yeah. Perry, birth doesn't take place in the face. Thankfully it doesn't. Nanadia, I'm terribly sorry. Janet, thank you for reminding me.
You forgot to say hi to Buster.
Hello.
Scared face, crying face.
Scared face, crying face. Buster, g'day. Hello. The podcast for Zealand showed up a day late. That's interesting. Maybe the scheduling went weird for that. Yeah. Ben, welcome to the town hall. Welcome. Birthright. Any possibility if something happens to Sand, you'll continue as Park? 100%. Yeah. So if Sand does peg it for whatever reason, if he gets eaten, if he just bites the dust, I'll definitely be continuing it. 100%. Yeah. Callisto, any idea for where the Molten Blade roleplay will go? A little bit, but I also do like the idea of the game world influencing the story quite a bit, so who knows? There could be any number of things that go into it. Devon, what's my opinion of the Game of Thrones finale? Well, it's a complex one. I feel like if we had 2 more seasons, I'd be completely content with it. Well, as content as you can be. Given the amount of episodes they had, I don't feel horrible about it. I feel like I'm bummed out. I feel bummed out, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, all right. I don't. Actually, I know a lot of my friends will disagree with me in saying this, but I don't anger easy, and yeah, I mean, I can understand the complaints 100%. But at the same time, the first time that I watched it, I was like, okay, all right, A lot of things happened there. Okay, I'm gonna process this. So, yeah. Asher, thoughts on the possibility of a new patron for I was gonna say Fjord. So we're talking Critical Role here, of course. It's gotta be the Wild Mother. The Wild Mother will find a way in there for sure. JK Official. What's up, Rycon? How's your day? What's up? The Northern Hemisphere from me currently, I believe. How's my day? My day is very good. It is just starting at this stage. So, yeah. Raven Silver Productions, I just want to say I'm super happy with the new series. I am very happy that it does. It seemed like a really good time to start doing something like that. I've wanted to do something roleplay-y with Mountain Blade for a long time, but I kinda told myself, oh, I'll wait for Bannerlord. We might be waiting for that series for a while, so I was like, okay, you know what, sure. And when we did do the Clash of Kings mod on stream, which we did have some hilarious errors with that, luckily my channel's still here, it didn't get shut down, which is great. Once I played that mod, I was like, this is really, really well made, and decided that it was time to take the plunge and see what I could do with Mountain Blade, because I hadn't really experimented with making cinematics and stuff like that in Mountain Blade before, but I figured it must be possible some way, so there we go. And I have to admit, I'm really, really happy with how things have turned out so far. I'm actually going to play a little preview in the background here behind me. We're no longer in Sovngarde, we are in the ethereal internet space, where behind me we'll be playing the first episode of Raven's Tale. If you have no experience with Game of Thrones, I think this is it can still be fun, because it's following a character through their journey through a world. And I'm really, really enjoying it, because, I mean, I love Mountain Blade, and being able to create stories with it, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, what can I say? And the response so far has been really, really good, which I'm super happy about, because I was taking a risk with doing it in more of like a narrative roleplay style as well, and it's kind of, you know, it's a bit of both. It's still very gameplay heavy, but we're still, you know, got a lot of story focus in there as well, so yeah. I'm glad that it's taken off as well as it has. And I did see a question before about asking how and when both Leon and Logan will be returning. Obviously, Leon has been on a season break. Logan has been on a bit of a hiatus. And to be honest, the reason why that's happened for Logan as well is I've been enjoying taking a little bit of a break from Bethesda games recently. In terms of creating things with them. I love those stories. I love Logan's story, I love Leon's story, and I'm going to be telling them the whole way through. But it's been nice taking a bit of a break, purely because making these videos with them it's really draining sometimes, because the engines are quite difficult to work with. There are a lot of crashes, there's a lot of errors to work around, and it's been a little refreshing to just be able to jump into a game and be able to record and be able to go back, edit it all, bam, smash out a good episode and feel really happy about it. Whereas it is a multi-day event with both Skyrim and Fallout. So yeah, I mean, surprisingly enough, Fallout 4 is a bit more stable. That's why I can do Ashes a little bit more often. But even then, it is still, it's a multi-day ordeal. And sometimes I don't have the days there to do it, so that's why I've been trying to focus on still getting material out to all of you. Sorry, attacking the microphone there. So yeah, that's kind of how I feel about those things, and I'm just sharing my experience there. But like I said, I still care deeply about those stories. Just taking a little bit of a break at the moment. So yeah. Asher, will I be playing Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2? Yeah, 100%. My second roleplay that I did on this channel was in Bloodlines. I didn't get that far because, again, errors. it ended up crashing every single time I started the game. It's a lot more stable now, which is good, but yeah. It's something that I'd like to get back to, for sure. I think I'll probably end up playing through a lot of it before I try to do anything with it, any kind of recording or anything like that. Aeolin, interesting that you mention Enderall, because I've just been salivating with the idea of doing an Enderall roleplay as well for the longest time, but it's another one of these things where I'm like, I know that it's going to be difficult to do, so I need to make sure that I manage that properly, because yeah, any of those role plays in those engines, it's a bit exhausting sometimes. Yeah. Birthright, thank you very much for the super chat. I think Janet has fallen. Oh, she hasn't fallen asleep. She's still here. So there we go.
Well, I gotta go. Next town hall I'll be 31. God help me.
Happy birthday, Birthright. And guess what? Next town hall, no, I won't be. I'll nearly be 31. Nearly. But that's a secret. Just, we'll keep that between us, right? Yeah. We're both turning 30 again. That's how it works. We just stay 30 for a good long while. Yeah, so there we go. Jack, thank you very much for the super chat as well. I appreciate that. Happy birthday to you, Pringles, as well. Happy birthday.
Hey Riken, haven't seen you in a while. Fist.
Fist to you too. Fist to you too. I won't do that one. That's another guy's thing. Mighty Quinn turning 31 as well. See, I mean, all the cool people were turning 31. It's the fashionable thing to do. You gotta get into it. Yeah. I just love that Janet's just fist. There we go. But yes, that was a taste of Rayward in the background, doing her thing. And we're back in Sovngarde just like that. Magic! Magic, magic. That's pretty cool as well, Ellen. That's just like you've got more skill features than us at this stage. Yeah. You've unlocked cooler things. Asher, your DM is trying to get your Curse of Strahd campaign up as a podcast. Nice. I've actually just nearly finished the Curse of Strahd campaign that I'm in at the moment. We're at Castle Barovia. We're going to be showing down with Strahd real soon. It's going to be some good stuff. Will Raymond return to Essos? Yeah, there's a good chance there. There's a good chance. I've actually been thinking a lot about what direction I want to take her in. And also not just that, but what makes sense to do in terms of gameplay to give her the best chance possible. I honestly think the best chance for her to establish a network of different businesses is going to be over in Essos, because, well, it just depends where she's going to be fighting the most, because generally you just don't want to be having businesses in places that you might potentially be going to war with, because then you don't get any of the income from them. So there we go. Yeah. Nanania, I'm trying to make me in The Sims 4. What color are my eyes in here? Can I take my headphones off for like 10 seconds? I have ears. That's surprising, I know. And you can see that these poor headphones are finally starting to fall apart. That sucks. About the eyes? It does vary. They're green, but it depends if I'm wearing anything blue, they'll be blue. Yeah. O negative? No, I've got a strange blood type. I don't know if you were talking about blood types, Pringles, but I've got a pretty rare one. I need to give blood more often than I do. Yes. Pointy ears. I know, they did look weirdly pointy then. I think it's just because I've got them in headphones. I swear I'm not actually an elf, but I might be. Yeah. Jahir, Ty Valente, I think you got it right there. What are my opinions on Oxhorn and his videos? Do you watch his videos? I don't have many opinions on Oxhorn. I've seen some of his videos sometimes. I've dropped in on a few of his streams while he's going. I don't watch enough of his stuff to have like an opinion, but I'm sure it's really, really good content. Yeah, it looks like he does a lot of deep dives into lore, which is really, really cool. I think exploring lore in all of those different games, it's very cool. I mean, that's why I liked The Storyteller and Shoddycast. Yes, that's what I was trying to get to. Let's see where we are. Elf confirmed. I guess it's out there. I guess it's out there. Yeah, Universal Blood is pretty useful. There you go. Well, thank you for spending your evening with me, King Parkour. Hey Rycon, this is a random question. Have you ever heard of a game called Barrow Trauma? I have not heard of it. No, I can't say I have. I don't know. Yeah, I think you're right, Callisto. It's neat because there's usually a lot of things behind it. That's why I love, I mean, like, I went on a massive Souls binge for a long time, like E&B, Epic Name Bro, who's written some of the strategy guides for the various different Dark Souls games. Like, his playthroughs of all the different Souls games are amazing. And then you got, like, VaatiVidya, who does this amazingly created, and also just, like, the cinematography in them is so freaking cool. Yeah, I mean, that whole community is really awesome. But then the From Software games are great for that because so much of the story is told in an unconventional way. So it takes a lot of looking into. Alex, I haven't watched Chernobyl yet, but people are freaking raving about it. So I'm definitely going to have to find some time to watch it. Yeah. The Forsaken one, RH Null. I mean, it's gotta suck though, right? Because I guess unless you have something that's universal. Yeah. Mine is AB negative. Yeah. Don't mind me, I'm just trying to catch up. Be Seamus, I think you might like it. It's a horror game / submarine management game. Ooh, interesting. Because I've been playing, in my evenings, I've been playing Sunless Sea. Because I played it like a long time ago, and then I saw that Sunless Skies had come out, and I'm like, I never actually got that far in Sunless Sea, so I was jumping back into that to try and see what I hadn't seen in the Undersea. Yeah. Cameron, I've wanted to do a Dark Souls roleplay. I just think it would be amazing. It'd be just so much fun. It'd be so much fun to do that. Yeah, it'd be difficult. It'd be really difficult, but you know, I think it'd be possible. I just I haven't ever really settled on what kind of character I would want to do for that. Yeah. Off note, kind of in regards to Souls and that kind of style and stuff like that, I've recently just got back up to date on the Berserk manga, which is like a lot of the Souls games. Miyazaki's like takes a lot of inspiration from Berserk. Some of the latest issues, wow, like just the way that they conceptualize like some really obscure ideas. It's super clever and just like, oh, I love it. It's just, some of the artwork in there is just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. An hour of you died. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. The thing that I've always loved about Dark Souls is the idea that, you know, you're constantly going hollow, right? And the whole rage factor of you like throwing the controller down and stopping to play. The second that you actually stop to play forever without completing it, that's when your character goes hollow. They just lose their mind and they just become fully hollow. Love the idea of that. Narnia, I will check that out. Hey, that's pretty accurate. Pretty accurate. Very nice. Actually, in reference to that, if you haven't been on the Discord yet, I highly recommend that you check it out. The link for that is in the description of this video. It's a community of fantastic people. You'll have some stellar conversation, some very weird conversation as well, but that's what the Legion's about. So there we go. I have played Subnautica for a little bit. I was actually going to record a full roleplay of that. I planned and did like a test record of a video introduction to that. I know not many of you will have seen my Outlast roleplays, but I did like a live action introduction for that. So I actually dressed up as Miles and as Waylon and as Blake is the third guy. I dressed up as all of them and did like a two camera kind of thing. I was going to do that for Subnautica as well, but the way that I was going to kind of try and simulate the inside of the like emergency pod that you start off in was my shower. So I did like a test record in my shower in a wetsuit. And just like, if you were standing outside of it, it would have looked ridiculous, but on camera it looked convincing. You know, you got to work with what you've got. Oh dear. Hey Alex, at the end of the day, it's about the community more than anything. It's a place for the whole Legion to come together and share in things, you know, that surround storytelling and role-playing and all that kind of good stuff, and everything else, life, the universe, everything in between. Yeah. JK, what about the guy who did all 3 Souls games without getting hit? That's a whole different kind of dedication, which is amazing. Yeah. Seamus, you can barely make any progress in Sunless Sea. It takes a while. It takes a while, and it's really hard to just like accept a death. But yeah, sometimes that's what you got to do. Pringles, I kind of wish that you'd do that with Leon, dress as Leonidas. I mean, doing a kind of cosplay like that, I'd be super freaking happy with that. And saying that, actually, later this year at Armageddon in New Zealand, which I will be attending for the full duration, I'm going to be doing a Critical Role cosplay. I'm going to be doing the Gentleman, so I'm going to be getting all nice and blue for that. So I'll be sure to share some pictures for that on Facebook, Twitter, and the Discord as well. But that'll be my first proper cosplay that I've done. Like, I've done a few cosplays before. Like, I've done Jesus from The Walking Dead. I had to put clarification there. I didn't just cosplay as Jesus. Oh dear. Yep. Check out Neeb's Gaming. His friend's comedy roleplay of Subnautica is hilarious. I will. I was looking for yeah, that's a great quote, Alex. I was looking for good playthroughs of that, and I'm glad there are some out there. I will always take your recommendations. So there we go. Looks like Honeystoker will be coming to an end sometime soon. I know. I'm kind of sad. But my god, man. Like, Krug's just doing some awesome storytelling. I honestly cannot sing his praises enough. If you haven't checked out Krug Smash yet, you really gotta get to that. Because that man is a mastermind. And yeah, it's just so cool to see content like that on YouTube now. It's why I started doing YouTube in the first place, because I wanted to see more stories being told with games. And I wasn't seeing it, so I was like, hey, I'm going to do this for myself. But just seeing more and more of that popping up just makes me super happy, because that's the kind of content that I want to be watching. And I'm glad it can still exist on this space, because there's a lot of up and down. Things change all the time, but seeing new stuff like that come out is so freaking cool. It's excellent. And yes, indeed it is Lotum time. If you don't know what the Lotum is the Legionnaire of the month. Yeah, thank you for setting off the air horn. Now, usually I do a drum roll. I usually go for a big drum roll on my desk, but Triton, I think, is probably still asleep. And his room is literally right beneath me, so every single time I do drum rolls, just it wakes him up, so I won't be doing a drum roll today. But I would like to extend a thank you to our previous Lotum, Blair Delancey, as we lower your flag, good sir. Your service has been fantastic. I didn't explain what the Lotum is, did I? No, the Lotum is the Legionnaire of the month. It is a Legionnaire who has gone above and beyond in some capacity. And lately, I've been loving seeing the creativity that flows out of the Legion. That can be in numerous different ways, be it fan art or fan text, which is fan art in its own sense. Blair was nominated last month for the same thing, and this month we have a similar nomination. I'm going to try my best with the name here. The Legionnaire of the month. We'll wait for Janet. Janet's going to jump in. The Narnia. That does sound interesting.
Did I miss anything when I made you? Sounds wrong.
I'd say that's pretty accurate. But our Legionnaire of the month is, drumroll, Caligo Celio. I think I said that correctly. I hope I said that correctly. But congratulations. Caligo? I hope it's Caligo. I think it's Caligo. I think that's about right. But I have nominated Caligo Celio as the Legionnaire of the month for some absolutely fantastic stories that they have been telling in the comment section of Brand's videos. And it's funny, it's something that seems to happen all the time. In Brand's videos especially. We do get that sometimes in Kenshi, but I've been really enjoying seeing the different stories that come from the stories that are happening on here. So yeah, it's really cool to see, especially just the dialogue between the characters and stuff like that, and getting your interpretation of what those characters would be like, how they would interact with each other. And I really enjoy seeing those. Every single time I see them pop up in the comments, it's always just so cool to read through and just get that different perspective of something. And I think that's what's really cool about fan art, is because it's, you know, it's someone else's perspective of your work. So it's badass. It's badass. Haseo. Well, thank you. I shall do my best. Let's see. There was something that I missed from Captain Twitch. What was Brand's field of study? His field of study was in augmentation. Yeah, augmentation of the human body and how to improve it. Vormathrax, hello, good sir. Fantastic to see you here as well. A fellow storyteller. Cataclysm as well, no less. It's interesting that Cataclysm is one of those games that I think exudes that. Same thing with the War Fortress, and I think maybe it's because of the kind of games they are. You know, more ASCII focused, less focused on graphical fidelity. Using your imagination to, you know, imagine a situation. It's why I try as much as I can, and I don't always remember to do it, but I try and almost treat Cataclysm like I'm running a session of D&D, because my mental image of what's going on is going to be different from your mental image. So I try and run Cataclysm like I'm a DM. So I'm trying to be as descriptive as possible with Brand's actions and all the rest. So yeah, I think there's like a cool blending that happens between those games, where you kind of get that style. Rycon, did I see any of EA Play 2019? No, I did not. No. I haven't actually seen much from E3. Usually, I just chill out while E3 is happening, and then I get up to date once everything is said and done. Or if just someone yells at me and says that something's coming out, then I know as well. Yeah. Ben, Have I been watching Attack on Titan? I haven't watched anything beyond the first episode. I've been wanting to watch it for a long time. So, something that I will have to do eventually. That is for sure. Forsaken One. Cannot wait for Bran to get a flaming electric Zweihander. Neither can I. I can't wait for that. I mean, it's what you gotta do. Sometimes you just need a flaming electric sword. That's about the size of a human. It's a logical progression of, you know, arms, right? Yeah. Was Bran's and Elliot's middle name for story reasons? Oh, I don't think I've ever said what their middle name is. Because I don't think I've thought about what their middle name is. I don't think I've given any character a middle name before. No. Unless they were like super pompous. Yeah, I don't think that they have them. So if you want to, if you want to give them a middle name, you're more than welcome to to add something that fits with them. So yeah. Thank you, Rob. Thank you. It's honestly, it took a long time to get used to not having long hair, because it got pretty long. Like, I had it down to here, and it just started getting like managing long hair is difficult. Like, I didn't realize how difficult it could be, and you become so much more aware of how much hair actually falls out on a daily basis. Like, with my hair like this, I don't really notice, but when my hair was like that long, I just find it everywhere all the time. I don't notice that as much anymore. Bran Raisin the Third. There you go. Vacuum takes the brunt of it. Yeah, it needs to. Callisto, I'm hungry as well. I had some Milo cereal for breakfast today, and it did not fill the void. I'm drinking invisible juice as well. There we go. Hence the scarf. I feel like I need to go full green before the end of this though, right? Definitely. Yeah, the void is taking over. Where does the name Rykon come from? The name Rykon originally comes from Battlestar Galactica. There was a Battlestar named Rykon, and that's where it came from. I picked it up because I wanted a new, like, tag. Like, I wanted a new online username. Before then, I had a number of different ones. Like, one was Corvalin, another one was Cyprian, and then I just settled on Rykon. And it's just stuck since then. Yeah. The invisible juice is great. Although it does make me more invisible, which we'll see soon enough for sure. I'm glad you're enjoying the new series, Archmage. I'm honestly, I'm loving telling it. Yeah, I get excited every single time I'm going to be starting to play. I just want to play it more and more. Because it's so good. It's just a fantastic mod. And plus I love Mountain Blade. Like, yeah. It's great. It's great. Can we see the juice again? Yes, yes, indeed you can. Or can you see the juice? You can't see the juice. No. No. It's more because the shaker is green. And it's clear liquid inside. Yeah. Yeah, so that's where the name comes from. Yeah. There we go. Pringles. Is Leon a vampire, a werewolf, or a bit of both? He's three things. He is an unholy trinity. And there are reasons. There are reasons behind that. There are reasons right from the start. But, yeah. He's a trinity of things. Both dragon, bat, and wolf. Yeah. That's our man, Leon. That's our man. JK. I haven't had a chance to have a look at them. I'm terribly sorry about that. I will have to try and see if I can find where they are. Have you posted those in the Zealand channel on the Discord? Let me know where I can find them. Sean Guiney. It's been a while since I've seen you, good sir. Hello there. I see you. Hanging out there. Alex is less of a killer, more of an arsehole. Well, yeah, I mean, he's definitely an arsehole. He likes to kill people, for sure. Sean has returned. Welcome back, Sean. I am very excited to play Bannerlord as well, Rob. Incredibly excited. I think we've all been excited for a long time for Bannerlord. And every single time I see a new developer update, I don't know, Pringles. I have literally no idea what I was doing. When I open my mouth, I have no idea what's going to come out. That's why I was talking about that in the latest part of Zealand. When I make noises, I have no idea what's going to happen. I just hope for the best. So I have no idea what that was. And I could not reproduce it because I have no idea what I was doing. Yeah. It was probably an unholy mix. Yeah, yeah. I'm sure. I am sure. I have regular mouse settings for Mountain Blade. Yeah. The tough thing is, like, sometimes I just actually forget what someone's voice is meant to sound like. It's happened quite often in Mountain Blade where I've gone, damn it, what is that person meant to sound like? Because there's so many. There are so many voices. And sometimes it's like minor characters. Like, I think it's fine for like a few of the minor lords and stuff like that where you're not talking to them that often. But when you're going back to them on a regular basis, it's like, what was that person again? Yeah. Perry, it's the same thing with Kenshi as well. Sometimes I will forget exactly what someone's meant to sound like. Like Hanbu as well. Like, I'm pretty sure I did Hanbu's voice differently in the most recent episode. Actually, that episode hasn't come out yet. Right. Well, Hanbu's in the next introduction. I don't know if I've set that yet. No. It's sitting there. It's scheduled. It's coming out this week. It'll come out today. It'll come out today. So yes, there is an extra Kenshi episode this week. Me trying to do Jake and Nick. That's the thing is, here's the crazy thing though. I love doing voices. I cannot do New Zealand voices. I can't do a variation of my own voice. That's why even Jonah in Zealand is kind of mildly Australian, because I can't do just a different version of a New Zealand voice. Like, anything that's close to my voice. And because the thing is, I listen to other people around me, and I can hear different kind of tones and stuff like that, but me trying to do Jake and Nick. I walk into these things. I really do. I really do. I mean, like, I don't try. It just happens with Jake and Nick. Yeah. Thank you, Greg. I'm glad it seems like that. I try to be, especially the main characters. The main characters, I try to have a mental image of who that person is, what they sound like, and yeah. Thank you, Vol. Thank you.
Hey Riken, can we get a goat as a companion for Sand and Kenshi?
I think that would be good, right? We'll see. We'll see. Yep, I mean, Dogmeat is the goat, the true goat, the greatest of all time. Seriously, Dogmeat's been the best investment we've ever made in that game. It's so freaking good. Total War is hard to RP, I've tried. Sleeth, have you tried watching Officially Devon? That man is a mastermind. Again, just, it's so cool to see other channels that are doing storytelling in their own unique way. Yeah. I just love it. I love it. Because it gives me things to watch. That's what I want. That's what I want. And I'm actually really enjoying Devon's own take on Kenshi as well. he's recently started doing his own Kenshi narrative Let's Play. And I do really enjoy his videos because they are like kind of fully narrative. It's less gameplay focused. It's more fully narrative, following that story, and it's pretty cool so far. I think he's got 3 episodes out so far. Yeah, but very cool, very, very cool. Spell check. The O is an I. Officially Devon. I think it's time for me to enter the void, right? We've got 15 minutes left. I can be a little cold. One moment, caller. There we go. There we go. Look at the censorship. Look at the censorship. And we had to do it right. There we go. I am now a floating head. And then somehow I can get like more of me back. I know, it's a talent. I can make myself nearly invisible. Yeah. The floating head. Yep. Yep, definitely. Yes, yep. In agreement with everything there. It is a special kind of magic. The best kind. So, we've got just over 10 minutes left. If you have any questions that you want me to answer this month, be sure to fire them through. Top 3 favorite Mountain Blade mods so far. I gotta say Clash of Kings is taking the cake so far. I love Prophecy of Pendor and Anno Domini 1400. Is it 1440? I can't remember. Yeah. Yeah. Welcome, Mac.
Stop taking my spot. This is my box. Can you make a Scandinavian accent?
I don't know. I don't want to sound like the chef from Sesame Street. No, the Muppets. Sesame Street. What am I talking about? The Muppets. I don't want to sound like the chef from there. I don't know if I can do a convincing one. If anything, it would be slightly like a slight imitation of voices that I've heard on Vikings, the show before, which is Ruka. Actually, Ruka's voice is essentially Floki from Vikings, which is what many people actually figured out. Yeah. Oh. There is a fight on. Sleeth. Bringing it back.
Bishu thought.
Is the weather better down here? It's pretty cold here. It's pretty freaking cold. Yeah, hence why I was wearing a lot of clothes at the start. Yeah. JK, I'm glad you think it's a good Russian one. I don't know what I was thinking. Because, like, in my mind, I have a terrible Russian accent. And for some reason with Zealand, I was like, yeah, let's add in a whole faction of Russians. That's a great idea. I'm not going to have to ever do any voices for them, right? Yeah, that's a fantastic idea. I guess sometimes I just like to unintentionally set up challenges for myself. So, yeah, there we go. Amethyst, well, thank you for saying hi. I'm jealous of your thunderstorms. The more of them, the better, I say. But then again, I guess if they're that loud you can't sleep, it's not great. But yeah. Oh no, it's all on at the moment. Janet's gonna get so confused. Thank you, no, yeah, and thank you, Cameron.
Don't mess with me, you puny mortals. Love the content, especially the Kenshi.
Thank you, Cameron. Thank you. I'm glad that you do. When's our next Let's Relax? That's a good question. I'm hoping that we'll be able to get one out next week. Probably Tuesday, which is a Monday for many. Yes, I think so. Funny thing is, Erlen, I actually have green headphones like these as well. So I could dig those out from somewhere, I'm sure. Yeah. Next week is so far away. It's like, what? It's like tomorrow. Oh, sorry, it's Sunday. I mean, this week then. This week, yeah. So I mean like tomorrow or the day afterwards. That's far. Oh dear. I am wanting to return back to RimWorld, doing a medieval mode of that, but I'm also wanting to potentially do some Dwarf Fortress as part of a stream, adventure mode.
The Pringles can remain supreme. Bow before you salty master. That sounded dirtier than I meant it to.
I think that's exactly as dirty as you meant it to be, Janet. Oh, that's going to be interesting to see.
Fort Fawn Minlada.
Thank you, Nanania. Thank you. JK, the wait for Zealand kills me after every session. I know, like, I contemplated the idea of releasing the entire chapter in one go, but I feel like, even though, yes, there is a bit of a wait, I guess it's better, just waiting a week to get more than waiting an entire month. I think it'd be very easy to forget what's happened at that time. If we could play more often, it would also be great, but it's just a time thing. I mean, as you can tell, like, we haven't had a session so far. We've had the entire crew here. I'm really trying to get everyone for the next one, but sometimes just with schedules, it's just impossible. So it's either we don't play, or we just have to have someone missing out. Epic Banastard.
Hello from Norway. Just grabbed some homemade mead, raising a horn for the town hall.
Thank you. I've got my drinking horn behind me. I did not bring it along to this one. That is a shame. I only have invisible juice today. What's the end game for Sand? Return to Rebirth and raise the place? Effectively, his goal is to do just that. But probably not just Rebirth. It could be other places as well. Yeah. Thank you, Nanania. He meets a character very much like him in the next episode, where it seems that they have very similar beliefs. So I think teaming up, they could do some great and terrible things. The Amethyst. Thank you very much. Oh. It's strange that it is. I look like Shaw with the meat hall behind you. Yeah. We've just got rotating meat. Just kicking him out back down there. You know what's funny though, is that I haven't listened to the outro of the town hall before today, and I just realized that, like, because I feel like I did a good job to cut out all the voices of the people in the background so that we didn't hear anyone, but during the outro, there's just this random person introducing themselves, like saying, my name is something something. And I only just noticed it today, so make sure you look out for it at the end of today's stream, because you'll hear it for sure. Yeah. Zealand can be very funny at times, but that's just tabletop gaming. Like, we do have some pretty dark and, intense scenes in Zealand, but it's nice to have some levity there as well. It's nice to break it up like that. Yeah. Zealand is like the Shaun of the Dead, but in New Zealand. It definitely can be at times. Yeah. Especially early on. Early on was an absolute shambles. Luckily now most of them are survivors. So they're decent at what they do, but damn. Yeah, I know, like the gimp suit. Like, we can't plan things like this. It's like Nick needs a way to, protect his skin from a corrosive compound in the air. What are you going to do? Wear a gimp suit. I mean, you do what you got to do, right? How long is the stream going to go? It's going to go for another 5 minutes. Yes. But to all the patrons that are here, we're going to be having a chat after this. A private chat with less invisibility. Whatever that means. Yeah. Oh dear. This is your first town hall. Well, I'm glad that you've been able to make it along to it, JK. Not kidding, though. Not kidding. I'm being serious. Yes. The contents of that boat. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see if you can hold it to the end, Anania. Thank you once again.
My name is Nanania and this is my box.
And now the amethyst one comes through. That's Janet's got a sick sense of humor.
Need to fix PayPal rejecting Patreon.
Even though it came before. Janet's got a sick sense of humor. Bionically challenged. Do I appreciate the advice fans give you on your videos? 100%. I always enjoy getting advice, especially for games. I mean, sometimes I might have just overseen something. There is such a thing as YouTube sight or YouTube blindness, where you're focusing on one thing and it's easy to forget everything else. Pringles, thank you very much.
My name is Kenneth Pringles and this is my favorite stream on the YouTube.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Captain Twitch, I have not seen Jackson's sorcery. No, I have not. I have not. Getting Jake and Nick back for the next session. Oh, sorry. Fingers crossed. I know how loud that can be. Yikes. I really hope so. Sometimes it's difficult to hear back, because especially with Nick in the UK, I don't often hear until later on, so yeah. I would hope so. There is a chance that we might have one person missing in the next, but I really want to have everyone back. We'll see if it's going to be possible or not. Ooh, I'm a little bit visible here. Here, rather. Yeah, I just do Zealand by myself, right? I'll just try and pretend to be everyone else. Yeah. Have I ever planned on playing Pathfinder Kingmaker? I haven't, but Pringles, goddamn, Pringles, you're in my brain apparently. Triton started playing it yesterday. Yeah. Sorcery can be a good game. Lots of role playing in it. A lot of reading. Okay. Well, the next character that I want to do for Cataclysm is sorcery-based. I really want to do something with the Arcana mod. Will we ever get that Dishonored RP? I really hope so, Alex. I really want to do it. Yeah, it's just a timing thing. I would say yes. I wanted every single week. I want to do it, but we'll get there. Thank you, Vol.
Please let me see goats on Kenshi. Love the channel.
The goats will arrive, for sure. We will definitely look at some goats now. Necromancer would be overpowered in Cataclysm? Quite possibly. A message from Nick. Oh, well, hello, Nick. Hello. Thank you, Duck. See, Nick's here. Good day, sir. Good day. Nice head, bro. Yeah, it is, right? It's okay. Yeah, there we go. That's for you, Nick. That's for you. Did you now?
Hey Rygan, can you take another look at Discord? I made an alternate version of you as well.
Very nice. Very nice. I feel like it needs like the infinite chins though. I feel like that's much better. Apparently I can't talk like that, so it's a little bit more difficult. Yeah. Oh yeah, JK, I'm sure someone screenshotted it and it's now been turned into a freaking emote on Discord. Apparently it's called an emote. It's an emote. It's been turned into an emote that's used on Discord. Oh, it's time. We've reached 1 hour. An emote. Yes, it's an emote. It's a very proper emote, I have you know. It's an emu. Oh damn, I'm just thinking of that video now. Oh, the guy, the British guy walking along the road with an emu. What's his name? Gaza? I can't remember. It is probably one of the greatest videos on the internet. It's a fucking emu. Yeah, exactly. God, that video makes me so happy. Oh dear. Yep, that is some high class. That's some high class, that's for sure. Oh dear. Well, I want to thank you all for coming along to today's town hall. Strange and weird as it ever is, but that is how we roll. There we go, something to watch after this. I want to thank every single one of you for attending today. I feel like we had a good time. Hopefully, we will have a Let's Relax taking place tomorrow or the day afterwards. We will see how things go. But yes, I feel like this has been a good one. It's a chance to kind of explain where some things have been, where things are going, etc, etc. But this has been a good one. And so, we're going to start transitioning on into our outro. Make sure you listen for the weird voice at the end. It's definitely there. Or maybe I'm just imagining things. Regardless, I have been Rykon. You out there, you have been awesome. And until next time, stay tuned. Oh no, there we go. Her blade is restless. A few ways we can take that. Thank you very much for attending.